Alright, hello there guys. This is the part 2 video of our blue-red deck. We managed to draft another one. Currently 6-2. If you want to see the draft portion, just watch the first video. But been doing very well with this. Currently 6-2. This is the video for the final boss. Hopefully we get there, but we'll see. Alright, let's see. We have a Witching Well, but this is kind of sketchy. I can't play on turn 1 due to this Mystic Sanctuary. I'm on the draw. I could Thrill on turn 2. I can't Charm Sleep unless I have blue mana. I think this is still a mulligan since I don't have a creature for the runaway. The land's gonna come in tapped. Yeah, I think it's a mulligan. And this looks very powerful. Okay. This looks pretty absurd. I think I'll keep this, obviously. And what do we bottom? Don't really want to bomb any of these. Might have to bomb the Scorching Dragonfire at the very least. Because I do need the Tome Raider to trigger all of this. I do have a lot of removal, so I think the Scorching Dragonfire can go. Opponent also mulligan down. You could be an aggressive deck. Well, you have Cauldron on 1. So, I think we play the land here. Don't know if I want to flash in Fairy Vandal. I think I might just play the Improbable Alliance and take it slow. And a Swordmaster. Ooh, Quarter Martyr isn't bad. Just have a blocker up for the Swordsmaster, and maybe we can set up a slower turn. I don't hate it, since I can kind of prevent the damage from coming in. So I think I might play the Quarter Monitor here. Next turn I can follow up with the Improbable Alliance. And then start putting Fairy Vandals and growing them with the Tome Raider. Because I don't mind him 2-for-1ing himself against his Quarter Monitor. And it's actually been a nice overperformer. I guess now he used a removal spell on it, so that's pretty nice for me. I guess I might just play out the Tome Raider just to block. I mean, or I could just play out the Improbable Alliance and then next turn play out Tome Raider. And then I can make 2 fairy tokens to trade off for this Smitten Swordsmaster. I don't hate that. Opponent is almost out of steam as well. He looks to be flooding out. I could just flash in both Fairy Vandals and take 4. That's more of a riskier play. And then I can Tome Raider afterwards. Go down to 11. The opponent gains a bunch of life, but the Fairy Vandal will get their triggers and start racing, so I might just risk it. Why not? Or I can trade off, but I don't think I want to trade off the Fairy Vandals for the 2/1s. This is a little bit more risky, but I think the value of it is worth it. If he has Sir Conrad, I'm not going to be happy, but I should be able to find enough removal later. Alright, Youthful Knight. I can't really block that profitably, so I do need some Fairy Vandals to grow. So yeah, let's flash in these Fairy Vandals. Ooh, Runaway Together isn't bad with the, yeah, Runaway is pretty decent with a Tome Raider and a Fairy Vandal, so I think I like this. And I should be able to outrace the opponent, and I think I'll keep a Fairy Vandal. I could just attack with both and take 2. I guess I don't hate it. I could just attack with 1, keep 1 back to block the 2/1. He might just activate it on it, and then I can run away together the Youthful Knight and the Fairy Vandal. I don't know. This is a little bit sketchy. Maybe I can just take 2 for now from the Youthful Knight, and then trade with the Smitten Swords Masters. Yeah, maybe I keep 1 behind. I might need it because I'm eventually getting up to 6 mana. I can preserve them both. I can trade off for both of these and then have them Cauldron, and I can bounce back and run away to save a Fairy Vandal. Or I could just let it go. Yeah, let's just bounce it. I think it's worth considering here. And now I can trade off for both Smitten Swords Masters. Guess he has a Reef Soul here. Alright, so it was a pretty nice play to bounce it back. Charm Sleep. I think I'll just play out the Cauldron for now. Leave up the blockers. Say go. End the turn, flash in the Fairy Vandal. And maybe start growing it. And I should have a way to lock down big creatures here. Slaying Fire. Not necessarily what I need. But I think I'm fine attacking with the Fairy Vandal. Don't want to use Cauldron yet. I do want to start growing this eventually. I fizzled a Cauldron already, and also another removal spell. I think I might just activate Cauldron onto this now. Another Smitten Swords Master. I think I'll activate that in response. Take out the Youthful Knight so he doesn't drain me extra. And I'm fine trading this off. An extra land would be nice off the top since I can make a fairy. Alright, this is looking good. Happy to see this. And now my Fairy Vandal will also grow. Have to start attacking, otherwise he's at 30 life. It's going to take forever to kill him. Hope he doesn't top deck anything good here. Forever Young to get back off his knights. That's annoying. But I can keep activating the Improbable Alliances. In the meantime, do I take 2 here? I might have to Charm Sleep away this Youthful Knight or Slaying Fire. Yeah, I think Slaying Fire might be better. Maybe block this. He might just drain me with it, and I can. Yeah, I don't think I. Yeah, I think I need to deal the first striker of the Slaying Fire. Just keep my instant speed in my hand. And if he tries to drain with the Smitten Swords Master, I can just Slaying Fire away the Youthful Knight to prevent as much damage as possible. Don't need a Slaying Fire for Adamant. And he only drains me for 1 here, which is nothing. I guess his win condition is just trying to drain me out and just make a million Swords Masters, but it's going to definitely take a while for him. Thrill is nice at instant speed. Definitely want to keep fairies behind to trade off for these Swords Masters. But now I can just keep making them forever. Any big creature I can just lock down. Opponent gets nothing. Right, the Mystic Sanctuary isn't bad. I can play it, get back a Slaying Fire. I mean, I guess I could save it. Yeah, let's save it. And the Searing Barrage looks excellent here. So we'll ditch this. And I'm fine maybe attacking with 1. I don't know, maybe I still keep 1 back just in case he has a haste creature or something. I can answer a big creature. I can Witching Well now and loot. That's actually not bad. Or I can just Witching Well and sack. Maybe I still loot. And the Tome Raider looks nice for next turn. And I guess I can attack with 1 now, since I should have enough blockers in case he has a single removal spell. But 6-7 is definitely hard for the opponent to deal with, at the very least. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he should be dead if he's not careful. So if I Searing Barrage and just attack with everyone, I think he's dead. A single drain from a Stint Swordsmaster won't kill me now. So I think this is just another 7 wins. Fairy Vandal stealing the game again. Alright, I think he has to attack here, just so he doesn't, just so he can gain life and not die. Makes sense. Now I can scry first. Do I need another Thrill? Probably not. I can bomb it. The Vantress is actually pretty nice, since I can just play it out after I draw my Fairy Vandal. And then it can start clocking the opponent as well. The only thing that I guess that can kill me here is a Realm Cloak Giant. So maybe I should be careful and not play it, since it's already just a 2-turn clock regardless. So I think I'm going to keep the Vantress in case of the Realm Cloak Giant, and just say go. Well, that's not going to kill me. Alright. Well, I didn't expect this deck to get to 7-2, to be honest. I was kind of losing the early game. My morale was kind of low after I punted those other games, but I guess we did get to our 7. And yeah, this is pretty nice, and let's claim. Let's pretend this is a pack 1 pick 1 for a Throne of Eldraine limited draft. Let's see. What's the first pick? Keeper Fables is definitely great. I think this is a first pick quality card. I think it's one of the best uncommons in this set, along with Sir Conrad and the Edgewall Innkeeper. Even if you play this in white-green, which is full of humans, there are some white evasive creatures that are non-humans, like Fairy Guide Mother and Flutterfox, and even Ginger Brutes that can trigger off of this. And there's plenty of green creatures that are non-humans too. So Keeper Fables definitely doesn't require too much of a build around. It just requires you to play in a green deck pretty much. So it doesn't take a lot to build around this. Already has a high payoff for playing this. So it's definitely an excellent solid first pick and a great quality card. Looking at the next pack. Cauldron, not a big fan of this. I think this card is a little bit overrated. Let's think of it's great against mill, I guess, if you're playing against a mill opponent. Since whenever a creature dies, you can put it onto the bottom of your library. But even then, in a dedicated mill deck, they can just mill your deck and not kill your creatures, I guess. The ability to pay 2 life and return a target creature from your graveyard is kind of slow, and also sorcery speed. So I can see this deck being very good if you have a lot of stuff in your graveyard already, especially big bombs that you can kind of just pay 2 life to get them back and put them on the battlefield. But there's already cards like Forever Young in this format that can get all the creature cards from your graveyard and put it back on top of your library, I guess. But I guess this puts this back on the battlefield. So I don't know. This card is a bit of a build around. I don't think it's super amazing, since, I mean, I guess it kind of gives a card a second chance. If it dies, you can just return it back into the battlefield right away to block or attack. But then everything else in the future goes into the bottom of your library, so it's pretty much almost like they're dead, in a sense. So I don't know about Cauldron. I'm just kind of iffy on this card. I think it can be okay. I don't think it's like super busted or anything. The fact that you can just revive cards and put them in the battlefield back is nice. However, afterwards, I don't think it's not going to be too amazing since anything that dies just goes back into the bottom of your library. So it's great for like a one-time use type of scenario. If you're in the late game, you can just kind of fetch those creatures back and then try to stabilize. But if they die again, you can't retrieve them back. So I don't know. I don't know about first picking this card, but I might experiment with this. But other good cards are like Bell the Brawl and Once in Future as a nice value card for any green deck. But a pretty hard pack to choose from. Might test out the Cauldron to see how good it is, since it does put the creature back on the battlefield, which isn't bad. Let's just say they deal with like your Keeper of Fables, you could just play the Cauldron and get it back. But it's a card that you really want to play in the late game, not a card you want to cast early on, since it's not going to get a ton of value unless you have a lot of good stuff in your graveyard, for instance. But still pretty reasonable, I think. So, yeah, I think there we have it. This is a 7-win video, and we have Ranked Draft Dominaria coming up next, which I'm very happy to see, since I almost thought that they gave up on the draft sets that rotated out of Standard. But since it's such a great draft set, WotC is nice enough to give us a few weeks to draft this, which is very nice. So, alright, I'll see you guys Friday Night Magic. If any of you guys are planning to play in the little shop of magic here in Las Vegas. And yeah, until then, have a great day. Take it easy.